Oh my God, guys, we are here at South by Southwest, and I don't have tissues, though I probably need them, but we have s'mores because I'm here.
You can wipe your eyes with marshmallows.
I mean,
Sorry,
I really
they're
do
very
need
soft.
to because I'm here with the cast of This Is Us. And first of all, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to have the fangirl moment. You guys have made me laugh and cry since this show debuted, and I love and slightly hate you for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I feel like that must be everybody's reaction when they see you. Like, I love this video that you guys did where you surprised the fans, where they were talking about what the show meant to them, and they just start crying. So tell me about your fun crying, people running up to you cry stories. I know you have them.
It's a lot of positivity. It's honestly a lot of positivity. I mean, at least that's what I've found is people wanting to say how much they love the show, but then also how it impacts them.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they'll start talking about their own family, start talking about their own experiences.
Personal
their own-
stuff.
Personal
Yeah, it's
stuff.
never
like
anything
all
just
that.
in passing. It's not a passing compliment.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
want to like get into the nitty gritty of what the show means to them, which is very humbling for all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, you've become therapy for a lot of people every night that we watch
and
the
we're
show.
not even licensed.
And it's much cheaper.
Much cheaper. Free TV.
But no, tell me about some of the fan interactions, because I do know with a show like this, especially on network television, you guys have a huge reach.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's just a lot of people that are always coming up to you talking about, like, again, like,
I
their
think
life.
like the broad range of topics that the show sort of covers really engenders people to us, and they want to like share intimate details of their life.
Yeah.
Can't really think of anything.
It's great. Like, well,
specific.
like to Milo's point, you know, it's when they come up to you, that you kind of know what they're gonna say. It's not like we're not politicians where it's like, are they gonna punch?
Right.
Are they gonna tell you they hate you? Or like even a professional athlete, right? They might be like, well, you don't play for my team. But for us, it's been kind of nice because, you know, they're gonna come up and say something friendly and nice. I've heard stories about divorce, loss of parents, loss of children.
Yeah.
I've heard
Adoption.
stories, adoption.
Yeah.
Really
covers
celebratory
the
things as
gamut.
well. Yeah, wonderful stuff.
Well, that's so awesome. And Dan, the show creator, obviously, when he pitched this to you guys, I don't think you maybe knew that it would become this worldwide phenomenon that would like reach so many people.
We all pretty much just got the script,
Yeah.
you know, and it was off cycle, which meant it wasn't kind of in a mix or a mass of a bunch of other scripts that were out looking for actors at the moment.
Right.
So I mean, we all read it like you just read the script, and I think we all fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And of course, we had no idea what it would become and how much meaning it would have to an audience. But at the same time, it was undeniable how beautiful the story was and these characters and what everyone is experiencing, what they were going through was so relative and current and for everyone. It was inclusive, it was hopeful, it was heartfelt. There was so much about it that the world kind of needed. So the embrace that we've gotten is just, it's reaffirming what the world needs right now.
Yeah, and I will say that, again, I say it's the cheapest therapy because, again, this is like an uncynical show that's really, in all things, it does make you cry, but it's about happiness. And we all do need a lot more of that right now. And I say happiness, though, although, like the Super Bowl episode, and then Jack's episodes, those ones were a little bit hard. So how many creative ways were people asking you about Jack's death? Because it's literally been since like the episode that we found
all the time.
out.
Well, since Justin's character Kevin said, you know, my father's not with us anymore. I've heard every scenario, including is Jack an alien? Is it all a dream?
Well, that was my theory.
What?
Yeah. And I actually pitched that. Because, so
That's
as a
brave.
joke, kind of, but because I wanted to. One of the only bad thing about this job,
And I'm with you.
is that I don't get to work with, except for the one time.
Yeah.
I don't get to work with Milo.
Yeah.
So like I get to work with Mandy, which is excellent. We figured out a way to do that. So it's just selfishly, as an actor, I don't get to work with him. So
So you pitched the alien.
I pitched the alien. Listen, it was all I could come up with. I was like, aliens, right? No takers.
Jack
No
is
one-
a zombie. No.
It was all a dream. That's a good one.
That's a good thing too, though, because well, not a good thing too, because I feel like if you guys had any more love among the cast, if you guys worked together even more, because that's the one thing I love. You guys have been so supportive of each and every one of y'all are the biggest cheerleader of each other.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And especially so through Sterling's epic run, like through all of his wins and nominations and y'all's nominations individually. Everyone has been there. So talk about that, going through the awards circuit with this show on both Golden Globes, Emmys, and everything in between.
Just good people.
Yeah.
It's easy to
Good
root for good
people.
people.
Yeah.
And it's humbling and flattering, I think, to be kind of held in that regard of awards. But it also feels like well, it's unnecessary. I mean, I show up on work, we all show up at work, and we look at one another and we're just happy to be there.
Yeah.
So the fact that award shows are, you know, decorating Sterling for his, you know, amazing talent, or nominating the show, or decorating the cast it's one of those just remarkable things where it's like it's not needed, it's so unnecessary, but we're deeply grateful.
And we're happy to get to celebrate those moments
Yeah.
all
Cool.
together because we do
Yeah.
genuinely love each other.
Yeah.
And then Mandy, you're blessed because they get to, I mean, it's amazing how they do it, age you, because I'm looking at you and I'm just like, gosh, how do they make you look like his mom on that show? The makeup department is really, really awesome. But you get to be yourself and you get to be yourself. Do you get
This is actually all prosthetic.
Oh,
She's
no.
90.
It is.
She's
It is.
93 years old.
Yeah.
But do you have any say in your younger counterparts, or maybe what could be, because I hear we're maybe flashing forward might be your older counterparts too? Or do you get any say with the younger actors, like talking to them about how you make your character
You know, the cool thing about our show is it's all there on the page. The backstory is written for you.
Yeah.
So and also, so I can sort of, you know, I can figure out, navigate through how I'm going to do something based on the past, right? Which is written there for me. So you don't have to sort of make your own backstory. It's there.
Yeah.
And then I think they, and you could speak to them about this, but I would imagine they can also see the future. So it kind of, you know, it dictates kind of how you play the character. So they do a great
Yeah,
job.
definitely like the kids, Logan and Parker, they look up to Justin. We talk about it a lot on set with those two boys, that they just really will look at what Justin is doing and study and understand.
And use that as a template and a
use-
guide.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
That's so amazing on that one. And then I kind of alluded to it. So flash forwards gonna hopefully happen. We've been flashing back.
Yeah.
And I've heard that pretty soon we're gonna be doing some more flashing forwards. What
I
do you?
wonder. I mean, I think that it won't be used in a heavy-handed way.
Right.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it will sort of be sporadic. Like, I can't see our show sort of existing in the future necessarily, but I think it's a helpful device to help continue telling this story. And it just shows people that we can go anywhere and follow anyone.
And it was something Dan had always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even talked about it
Early on.
Early on, he said that he had an idea about flashing forward and seeing Tess grown up.
Yeah.
And when we got to that point, and then it was airing, it was like, oh wow, we're here.
Yeah.
He was talking about it way back when, and
Yeah.
now we're here, able to do that. It's so cool.
Excellent. And then again, what's the word I'm looking for? Your relationship and how you guys are able to portray a married couple. Get it? Get those
Get in that
marshmallows.
marshmallow.
What you don't know is he's about to wipe his eyes. He's about to cry. Yeah.
And again, I feel like people probably think, because I've heard this before too, they assume like you guys are like, they're like, this is like the love of my life couple, like marriage couple.
Sure. Yeah.
So talk about how you guys got that shorthand to portray this, like, I guess
It's
you're kind of
amazing, right? They're
America's
kind of-
It was there
dad
right
and
away.
America's
It
Exactly.
was
mom.
right there.
Yeah.
It was there from the get-go.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just luck out in that regard.
Yeah. But also, like, we communicated a lot.
We did.
We talk a lot. I mean, I feel like it.
We work the same way too. Like we
Yeah.
both want to run lines
Right.
the same way. We like
Yeah.
have deep
Yeah.
conversations about like some of the heavier scenes.
Yes.
th-
It
and-
It feels
in
like
the
a real
series.
marriage.
Yes,
You know, without like just the certificate.
Without all the messy stuff that comes along
yeah,
with
totally.
marriage.
And you guys are, like I said, you're America's mom and dad at this point. I mean, I really, really feel that.
Never thought that would happen.
And I think America's husband and wife too.
Yeah,
also.
exactly. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's a sexy couple, right?
It really is. And the other great couple, yes, it's a very sexy
That might be the marshmallow.
Nope, I love it. More.
Okay, fine.
Get more marshmallow. The other thing I was going to say is the person who's not here, but we feel him in spirit, is Sterling
Sure.
and Beth, Randall and Beth. Their
Yes.
relationship is the
Yeah.
other couple that a lot of folks look
Yeah.
to, and especially in the
Absolutely.
African American community. I cannot give Dan Fogel enough praise for how he was able to show Black love on NBC TV. But I wanted to just leave with this. Did you guys see his SNL?
Yes,
So fun. Yeah.
absolutely.
So
fun.
He crushed it.
Talk about that, because I heard he was jazzed about this.
Well, he's a huge
Yes,
huge
so
SNL fan
talk
too, which
about
is
it.
kind of cool. He's
Yeah.
like a kid in a candy store.
And he's so comfortable and so good on a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like live
That's
in front of an audience.
that is his medium.
Yeah, that's like that's
being
Sterling.
a showman
That's what he's
and an
built.
entertainer. It's like
Right.
it was watching him become this like fully realized performer.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did
And
he
also like kind of dork out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all.
Yeah.
That's also like a very sweet sentiment with Randall. Like, Randall's kind of a dork,
Yes.
and Sterling's like very cool, you know. but
he's got it in him.
but he's like, but he's also super dorky.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
God,
pretty great.
These are really
Did he
big.
tip his hat that he was going to be on? Did y'all know early?
Oh no, we knew.
Okay,
yeah,
you
all of us,
knew.
Yeah, we all knew.
I didn't know until it was announced. Did you?
Oh.
You knew it before? Milo knows everything, so you do.
Yeah.
You have all the inside
Yeah,
information.
all the info.
All right. Well, they just need to do like a "This Is Us" cameo or whatever, like in the next
We'll be
one.
there.
Right,
And,
yeah.
Or you guys can host. We'll get it done.
Great.